What's up, people? It's your man Black Cobra back once again with the Wheel Life Show. Today we're going to talk more about electric unicycles and what we can do. There's so much we can do on them, and the guest we have on today has shown me what we can do on them. Actually, his famous words were to me were, "You got it, Cobra," right before my crash. He's laughing in the background. We're going to talk about that. But let me show you here. I'm talking about in the background. You can see him up in the air as usual. You can see the man EUC Nicko. Nicko's he's young, but he has learned really fast, and he has quickly become one of the premier jumpers on EUCs. And he's all over the place. He goes to a lot of events, and if you ride with him, you know he's such a nice guy, and he's quick to try and help you and teach you what he knows. And we're gonna talk to him today. I have a few of his videos. You can find him also on IG and YouTube and everywhere else as usual. He's a very humble guy, very young, like I said, and that's what I really like about him is the fact that he is very humble but very skilled. So without further ado, let me bring in the one, the only EUC Nicko. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, Nicko?
Doing great.
It's good to see you,
Phenomenal.
man. Say
Good
what?
to see you as well. Doing
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, man. I can see in the background there. Well, you got the red on. You can see he's got the red and the red mic. I got the green going on over here. We're bouncing colors off of each other, back and forth. But like I was saying, Nicko, I had the photo up of you airborne, and um, you were laughing because I didn't tell you I was gonna say that, but I remember that. You're like, "You got this, Cobra."
Bend your knees, compress suspension, and off you went.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, at AMP last year, Nicko was teaching a class on the airbag and jumping, and so I jumped in. I said, "I want to do this. I want to do this." And I just barely landed the first jump, and Nicko said, "You got it, you got it." And I said, "All right," and I went off, and I compressed that spring too much and bent the knees too much. And when I straightened up, I popped up so high. I
That
landed
wheel
hard and
shot you
snapped
to
my
the
pedals.
sky.
But that was Nicko. That was Nico's class, so I can blame Nicko. I can blame Nicko. No, I can't.
Just don't
So
see me.
Nicko, I know I want to get to know you. I want them to get to know you a little bit. So I wanted to talk about your background, your history, and your riding, and what you've done and how you got to where you are now. But the first thing I want to know is how old are you?
19 years old.
19. You guys hear this? He's 19 and he travels all over the country. He does all kinds of events. And if you guys haven't been to an event with Nicko and seen his camping setup, he's got one of the best camping setups I've seen. All I can say is, he gets a round of applause for that. He's got one
Thank
hell of
you.
a setup.
Uh,
I'm
Try
gonna
to go
show
all
some.
out.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna show some photos later so people can see what you got. He just told me he's upped in his game this year.
Absolutely.
So Nicko, where are you from?
For, Grew up in West Virginia, and then moved to Alexandria, starting around high
Okay.
school age.
Okay. So the
And
Virginia
now
area.
living in Virginia near DC. Living here 5 years now.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable where you at? Do you feel like that's home?
Yeah, it's a very nice area. Good mix of
Okay.
city and not too far from the trails.
That's the
Able to
important
ride
part,
around
right?
around here a lot. Yeah,
That
a
is
lot of
that is that
different
how you get
trails
to
within
make
an
all those
hour.
videos?
Pretty much. On my after work, just go hit some trails for an hour or two. Just relax, decompress.
Yeah. Get the day's nonsense off your mind.
Absolutely.
Well, in the chat, we already have Electric Unicycle. What's up, Dale? Good day. Good day. You know, he's always jumping in. Um, we have Spartacus. Spartacus is in here. What's up, yo, yo? James Berry. What's up, James? James is in the chat. One and only. What's up? What's up? We got Caleb in here. He said, yo, Nicko.
Hey, what's up, Caleb? Local guy here in DC. Makes the coolest lights ever.
Does he?
He
Hey,
makes these
Caleb,
like
go ahead.
light scepters that are
Oh,
like 360-degree RGB,
what?
completely battery. Yeah, they are sick. We got a
Caleb,
few
I
for.
need some lights, Caleb. We need to
There we
talk.
go. Need a sponsor Wheel Life Rally.
There you go. We
Get him
need a
some lights.
sponsor. Yep. That works. I like it. King David said his camping setup do be awesome. I agree. I agree, King David. It's definitely awesome. We got Ivan. He said, hello, Nicko. Is he a local guy as
What's up,
well?
Ivan? Yep. DC
Yep.
crew showing up.
Yeah, DC's in the house. Ricardo Medford says up. What's going on, man? Ricardo, our previous winner, he's a shirt winner.
Oh.
Yep, yep. Oh, Sammy says, we love you, Nicko. Oh,
All the
man.
DC guys coming through. And Jason
Yes.
is in there. Yes.
Jason McPherson. What's up? What's up? He said we'll get some lights on the show eventually. All right. All right. Yeah, hit me up. We need to talk. So I'm hoping all of you DC guys are gonna make a concerted effort this year to bring yourself to the Wheel Life Rally. It's August 15th and 16th. You can come in after work on the 15th and set up, and then on the 16th is race day. I've been putting out a few video clips of some of the stuff. I'm gonna continue to do that from now, up into the event, and I'm hoping you guys are gonna be able to make it. You got to rep because this year Nicko needs his fan base. He needs all those DC guys here cheering him on in person.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you want, go to wheelliferally.com. You can grab your tickets there. We're also gonna give away a shirt today, and I think we might do a half price ticket today. See if we can help somebody out. Oh, Ruben, my man, Ruben. That's Ruben White right there. Yo, he is the man. Yeah. Yes, he said we will be there. Ruben is the man. He even showed up to my retirement party here. I appreciate you, Ruben. He was representing the EUC clan and all of our folks at my retirement party. I had all my different families there, and he was the representative, him and Liam from the EUC family. So shouts out to Ruben. He gets love forever. I appreciate you, man. He's always
He's an
there.
awesome guy.
He is. He is such a crazy, amazing dude. Like, for real. So when did you start riding, Nicko? Because all the stuff you're doing, I want people to understand how long you've been riding. When did you start?
Around 3 years ago when I was 16.
Okay. So 3 years you've been riding?
Yep.
And how did you come into it?
I needed a way to get around before I had a car. First, I got an electric scooter. Then I went to the DC Eastgate group ride on it. Saw a couple of EUCs, and next week I had one. I was just hooked the moment I saw them. Like, those look like so much fun. I couldn't stop myself. I found a combo on Facebook Marketplace for a 9-bot 1C Plus and an MSX 84 volt.
What?
And just started my journey from there. Yeah.
Wow.
$1,000.
That's crazy. Yo, you $1,000 and you got them both?
Yep.
That's wow. I wish I got that deal. But you know what my wish was, or my situation was? I wanted a new wheel. I'm that person that's like, and you know what? It's funny because I'm glad I did, because when I got my first wheel was the V8 in
Hmm.
motion, and it had such a skinny tire, it was harder for me to learn how to ride on. So, because I had jumped on I did the same thing you did. I saw people ride. I said, "Oh, I got to ride. That's amazing. I got to do it."
Yep.
And I jumped
I
on an
need one of those.
MSX. Yeah, I had to. I like quickly was like, "Yes, I need that. Yes." And so I jumped on the Jeremy's MSX and Anthony's Z10. The day I saw them, I jumped on both of their wheels and tried it. They're like, "You sure you want to try?" I'm like, "Yes, right now. Let's go." But then
Get me
I
on it.
got a week later, my V8 shows up, and here I am wobbling on that skinny wheel, trying to learn how to ride. That was tough. That was tough.
Yeah.
But then I found a deal like you got. I got a deal for 900 for a Tesla, and I was like, "This one's
Mm.
faster," but it was beat up. It it would shake and stuff, and I didn't know what was wrong with it. I tried to tighten the motor bolts, and I was like, "Oh," so see why I don't want to buy used. But that was my
Yep.
journey.
So
Um,
roll of the dice.
yeah, yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. So where did you step up from there? So you started with those two wheels. What else was your journey? What happened after that?
Then I got a 16X, and then a RS, and then an S22, and probably around 15, 20 different wheels by now that I buy and sell all the time.
Yeah, you can't help it, right?
Nope.
I do.
The
I do
new
the same
shiny one
thing.
comes out, and I'm like, I need it.
I do the same thing. I'm like instantly like, okay, I need that wheel. So how can I get it? What can I sell to get that wheel?
Yep.
What's up, Greenmaster Mike? Yo, what's going on, man? He's saying hi, Nico. He's in the chat. He's hitting us down from
What's up?
Mexico,
Oh,
Mexico
wow.
slash California. He jumps back and forth across the border, but he rides in Mexico a lot. And he said there's not a lot, nobody to ride with, so he be going solo. But he jumps over to
Mm,
California where he's working, and then does a lot. So he co-hosts with Sensei Vegan on his show a lot.
gotcha.
Uh, yeah.
Can you ride
Creflo Mac.
across the border?
Yes. Yep. Yo, Creflo Mac says he can't picture you on a scooter. Yo,
I
I
only
don't
rode it
know.
for a few weeks.
Do you still have it? Did you sell it?
I gave it away to my nephew. Now he rides it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coffee's in the house. What's up, Coffee?
What's up, coffee?
Wheel Wanderer says, "Yo, Nico, love from Boston. What's up?" Yeah,
How's it
yeah.
going?
Robert Goldman, what's up, man? What up, though? What up, though? What's going on, man? So you've got all these wheels, and I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. All the wheels that you've bought and sold and are riding, what's your favorite?
Right now I'm on two X-Ways, so I sold all my other wheels, all my other big wheels.
You sold the
I
links?
sold, I sold the links.
What?
Yep.
What? Oh my God, Nico.
It just
Oh,
it let me down at Amped, and I could not do it with that wheel anymore.
wow. Okay. I was wrong. I didn't know. I am blown away right now. Wow, you were the guy, the proponent of the links that every time someone talked about the links, I was like, look at Nico. Just watch Nico. I'm like,
Yeah.
Nico's burning it down with that links, hitting crazy jumps, got the speed, racing, doing everything. Watch.
It was
It,
so much fun. I
yeah.
love that wheel. But at the end of the day, the suspension travel wasn't enough to make it raceable. Like it was good
Ah.
for jumping, but it wasn't
Yep.
as good for racing in my opinion. The
Mm.
X-Way has more travel, which makes it soak up bumps better. Yeah.
Wow.
And
I
the
can't
firmware
even
on the
believe you're
link
saying
sucked.
that. And the what?
Yeah. The firmware and the
Yeah.
berms, it caused me to crash because the pedals dipped. They would randomly dip back and forth in berms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, look, you got me. You got me right now. I'm shook. I'm shook because I didn't see that coming. Oh my god, like I thought hands down links is what you were gonna say because every time I talk to you, over the last year, it's been links, 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 and I'm like, wow, wow, and then
Yeah.
bam. So you have
Yeah, after
two.
we went to China, I tried out the X-Way. I saw how
Yep.
durable it was,
Yep.
and none of them broke during our whole trip in China. I'm like, oh, guess that's my new wheel. Now I
So
have a
you're what?
134 and a 168.
That's why I was about to say. Why do you have two? Okay. What
Yeah.
do you feel the differences are, and why do you? What do you?
134 is better for racing and short track, like off-road wise, because it's more nimble, and the 168 is better for jumping with the stability it has.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
just makes
huh?
it easier, more stable in the air.
I'm
I still have
learning
to do
things,
more
people.
testing,
I'm learning things here today, people.
and that's jumps like over 25 foot.
Really?
Yeah, under that, the 134 is probably better for me. But over that,
Okay.
I prefer to have the power
Yeah.
and
Give you a little
stability.
extra push
Whenever
before
you're
you take
going at
off.
40 miles an hour into a jump, you want the stability.
So, and you really feel like the suspension is better for jumping on the X-way.
If you tune it in, yes.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is, right there.
But
That's
you
my
don't have to
issue.
upgrade anything. All the other wheels, except the Lynx, all the other big goats, you had to upgrade stuff.
Right,
On the
right,
X-Way, you
right.
just have to tune it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went out. I put out a video. I went out in the woods on mine, and I had not done anything with it, and I forgot that you can't just go out on it. You have to tune it. If you don't tune
Yeah.
it, you're lost.
Doesn't feel right.
Nope, it don't not at all. You're like, what is this? What am I riding? So you have to tune the suspension. So you just keyed into something that is like huge, and I said it at the end of that, or when I was on that video, I was saying, I went out and forgot to check my wheel, and oh my god, it was like terrible. And I was like, what am I doing? In mid ride, I found a guy with a pump, and it looked like the
Mm.
same high pressure pump. So I was like, can I use your pump? He's like, yeah. So I pumped up the suspension. As I was pumping it, as I went to release it, I guess most of the air came back out. So when he left, it was the same thing. I was like, I feel like the same thing. I didn't do anything. So when I got home, I took out my pump and did the same thing. I pumped it up. When I released it, barely any air came out. And I said, he had the same damn pump. I said, maybe there was something wrong with his pump. I don't know, but it released a lot more air when I stopped pumping and released
Mm.
it. So I never got it locked in. So I was pissed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well. I went, I went for a ride. Oh well. But I on the Sherman L, I just take it out, jump on it, and go. I never have to adjust anything, never have to tune anything. And I guess
Not
that's why
true.
I thought you would be Lynx forever because I'm like, you don't got to tune it. Once this is in, you just grab the wheel and go. But you do a lot more off-road stuff than I do. So you're letting me know that and the X-Way is durable. You know who taught you
Yeah.
that? Me, falling in China all those times.
Once I saw that, I was like, yep, that thing will survive anything.
Yep. If Cobra can kick it all over the mountain and it still survives, then yeah, it's a good wheel.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't see that, in China, I dropped that wheel. I hit it off trees. like I did some of everything. I know the video didn't catch everything, but wow, I did some damage to the X-Way in China, and that bad boy kept on ticking. I couldn't kill it,
Yeah.
and
No one
I've
could
never
kill an X-Way.
no, I've never fallen that much in my life. But that wheel, it was like nothing happened.
Just fine.
Yeah, it was like I rode it the whole time. Same wheel. Somebody bought it though, because somebody sent me a photo because I had my Cobra stickers
I
on
sent
it.
you the photo.
That was you, but
Yeah.
somebody else did before you
Yeah,
also.
it was
I
another
was
guy
like,
in DC that bought it.
okay. I was like, how many? I was like, there's no way. Yeah, but that wheel, man, that wheel gets a gold seal of approval. That's for
Mhm.
sure. It's
Absolutely.
beastly.
The only thing that I saw on a broken X-Way was the kickstand. After
Yeah.
it was the one that people kept taking up the hill and dropping and rolling down. It just got a beating after beating. The only thing that broke was the kickstand.
Woo, woo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He got a broken kickstand? I think we'll be all right if that's the only thing.
Yep.
Ricardo said, I'm sorry, guys. I missed a few things in the chat here. Um, Ricardo said, my first wheel was an in-motion V11 with 70 kilometers on it for 700. Wow, 700, huh? That's a good deal. That was one of my wheels.
Yeah.
I love the V11. I just wish it
I
had
never
better
got one.
suspension. Huh?
Never had a V11.
But
I
have you
was close
ridden
to
it?
getting it.
Yeah.
Yes. Ridden it,
Hmm.
jumped it. It's a good beginner wheel.
Yeah. And I would say that wheel can take you far until you start doing extreme stuff. Then you
Yeah.
can't, you gotta get off that wheel. So,
Gotta
it does.
upgrade.
Yeah, that is not an extreme wheel. No, but I won an indoor race against the MSX in a Sherman, and we were on a go kart track indoor. Our first year doing a real life rally, and it was a race, boy. We were battling, and because the V11 is so tall, or with the suspension, it was high enough that the pedals were off the ground. I could make super
Mm.
sharp turns, and they couldn't take me on those indoor turns.
Yeah.
So
That'll do
I
it.
yeah, and they kept trying and trying. They were even grabbing the pole and swinging around. I said, "You can't do that." They were grabbing the pole on their turns and swinging. I was like, "Nope," and I still was able to pass them and take the grand championship. Yeah, they were mad. I haven't adjusted the suspension on my links at all. Felt good, and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I left it as it is. That's Dale, electric unicycle. Yeah, man, I haven't touched the suspension on my Sherman L. They feel good. They come out of the box and they're ready to go. Alenka
Yeah.
says, "Nice to see you, Nicko." Um, the
Oh, nice to
suspension
see you
on
too, Mom.
Alenka, that is not mom, is it?
That's the farm
Alenka
name.
Farm,
Adenka
Ale-
Farms.
Alenka
It's
Farm.
Russian.
Ah,
Alien? Yeah.
Alienka is how you
Alyanka.
say it.
Alyanka Farms.
Okay. Well, hello, mom.
Привет,
Shouts out to
мамочка.
mom. Mom gets a hello, and thank you for giving us Nicko. Green Master Mike, he said the suspension on the Master V4, the DS200, I'm always having to pump it up every few days. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
People
like
keep
it might be
talking about,
leaking.
yeah, it probably is leaking. There's probably a problem with the chamber. Uh People keep talking about the Master V4. I feel like that's one of the wheels that people don't want to let go of. Like I feel like we've surpassed it, but people don't want to let go
Yeah.
yet. Because every now and
They
then I hear
stopped
somebody.
producing it now.
Yeah. Oh, did they finally?
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
When we were in China was the last batch.
okay. Well,
So
that's good. Bon
5
voyage.
months
We're
now.
we're past it. We're on
They
to
just
the
kept
next.
upgrading it, and now we're X-Ways and Blitzes.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, crazy with it.
Yeah.
And I guess to be honest, um, I do want a Panther.
Who doesn't want a Panther?
Well, because I wasn't gonna get one because I have the Shermy L, but the Panther has the lights already built in, and it's hard not to want everything. So I'm trying not to. I'm trying to
Well,
be
if you
a
want lights, that
yeah.
my guy Caleb from DC,
Caleb,
he also makes light kits for wheels.
there we
I
go.
think he's done it for the Lynx. I think he's doing it for the L as well.
Okay, Caleb, you got a
These
light
are
kit
the
for me?
sickest EUC lights you've seen.
Okay, Caleb, I need some
Yeah.
lights for my L. Hit me up. Let's go. He said, "Oh, yo, Dale's stupid." He said, "What? Be gold making wheels that don't break when crash now?" Yes, Dale.
I
Where
know,
have you
right?
been? What rock have you been under, Dale? Yes, their wheels are incredibly durable now. I think
No,
it
that's why I
honestly. I
stopped
think it.
riding Bigode because I kept
Yeah,
breaking all the masters I had.
yeah. They
Had
were
a
made
couple
out of
masters that are just constantly breaking down.
all the time. If you're doing
Yep.
extreme stuff, that was a wheel that was gonna break. You could fix it, but it was gonna
Yep.
break. Eventually, it was gonna break. So.
That's what made me get a Lynx because it was indestructible. And then the X-Way came out. I could upgrade
Yeah.
Lynx for me.
King David said the Lynx is still better. Depending on what you want it for.
Yeah.
The
Depending
Lynx
on
is an
yeah.
amazing wheel. Jason McPherson said Cobra rides the L off road too. Trophy yellow, smiling. Oh, just telling me what he a face that he put there. Yeah, look, I would ride it slightly off road, not a lot. The L is not my off road wheel. I was rocking the X-Way in the woods that day, and I want that to stick as my off road wheel. But obviously, sometimes you don't know where you're gonna be when you go riding, right?
Yeah.
So
You want to say you want to make the L look pretty.
yeah, yeah.
Don't beat it up too much.
I got it looking pretty, and I want to keep it that way. Now I just need a light kit. That's all I need left is a light kit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so she said hello from mom. Now I can. I didn't get to that part yet. So Ricardo says, does the X-Way have air suspension? How is it in the cold weather? I find that with air suspension in the cold, it sucks. Warmer weather is great, but that has both, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's so
Spring
good.
and air.
It's a combined suspension. You get a spring that you can put a different spring on, and it has air, so it gives you both. Um, the only thing it's missing is the hydraulic. So I don't know about the cold weather. Have you noticed an effect from the cold weather on your suspension?
A little bit, not as much as the usual the goat air suspension, but stuff does seem to not slide as smoothly in the cold.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
that's not the fault of the air shock.
Right.
The whole
I,
thing seems to stick.
well, I mean, the problem is that air shock is an air shock, and it is susceptible to weather, and it is susceptible to
Yeah.
time. I feel like if you leave it for time, I feel like it's gonna seep out. So I feel like you're gonna have to put some air in it when you get ready to go ride. If you've left your wheel for a while and you haven't ridden it like I did, you're gonna have to tighten that up. You got to pump it up. You got to make sure that the air is right, and then go.
Do maintenance.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I failed.
You just get so excited and you want to use most of your time to ride.
I did. I was like, ooh, I got time. I want to hit the woods. It's a nice day. It's not wet. It's not muddy. I want to hit the woods. Let's go, 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 go. And I went running. I said my first ride in the X-Way on my new X-Way. And, I rode it around the block. That's about it. But this was the first time I was planning to go out in the woods. And I went on a good woods trail. Like where I went was like nice. And yeah. It didn't go well. I had fun still, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do.
No.
Dale said there's an Australian guy making a Mad Light kit for EUCs, but he's working on an app to make it more customizable. Gonna be mad when he starts selling them. Okay, well, let me know. I can help him out over this way. Put him in front of quite a few more people. Nicko, how much suspension travel does the X-Way have? I don't even know.
I think
Do you know?
150 or something like that.
150. I don't think it's that much. Is it? I think
so.
because oh, you know what? It might be because I was thinking about the little wheel battle between the Rocket, the Arrow, and the Falcon, and they were talking about travel, and I think the one that had the most was the Rocket, and I think it had 100 millimeters of travel, so it might have 150 because it's a much bigger wheel. So you might be right. I'm going
on e-wheels right now.
Yeah, good. You can let me know. And that's of course when you set it up right. let's just say that. So anyway, all right, Nicko, 16-year-old Nicko. How are you getting this wheel? Like how are you at 16? How are you buying this wheel? What are you doing? Like
I am working my ass off,
mhm.
going to school
Okay.
during the days, then at night go and do carpet cleaning gigs, air duct cleaning gigs, anything I can do to make money. Go do chores for neighbors, mow
Nice.
lawns, everything, and
That's
use all my life
that's
savings on wheels.
that's
Yeah.
I was about to say that's what I want to hear, but most parents don't want to hear that last part. But but I want to hear the other part because that's the important part that I want people to know that this is a great sport and it can bring you great joy, but you do have to work at it, and
Yeah.
these things aren't cheap. So in order to get these things, you got to work, and knowing that at 16, most 16-year-olds can't afford to buy an EUC, and if you can afford it, it's because you put your mind to it. And 130 millimeters travel on the X-way. Only the apex is more with 150 millimeters. This is according to RNMA 100. uh, he must have just looked it up for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, Alexander says working
So,
on a farm. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, that's good, man. That's shouts out to you, Nicko. Again, I'm gonna give you a round of applause for being such an industrious young man because there's not many 16-year-olds that have that kind of focus um, to do, to get what they want. And I know you have a lot of focus, and I could tell by that damn camp setup you got because I was like, I said, what kid at his age has a truck, a trailer, a full camp, a like shower, like you had everything, and I'm like, he's 19. Like I didn't have
Oh,
shit at 19 compared to what you are setting yourself up with. Um, so I mean, I'm proud of you. I mean, I see you doing this stuff at such a young age, and it makes me proud because I mean, I have a kid your age, and I have another kid older than you. So I'm like, when I see you and all you've done, I'm like, man, that's great. So if people don't tell you much, I'm telling you, I'm proud of what you've done,
thank you.
because you're doing it all and making sure that also you're a good guy. You have a good heart, and working with you. For if you guys don't know, him and I were working together on the AMP team and doing different events and stuff together. That we did Hyperfest together last year, and so I've been around Nicko a good bit. Him and Ash. Shouts out to Ash. What's up, Ash?
Yeah.
um,
A lot of decorations on the trailer would not be done without her. She puts in a lot of work setting up that camp.
All right. So Ash is in the background going, he's getting all the credit. Again,
Yeah.
shouts out to Ash. Good job. Good job. And she does. She was proud. She was showing me. She's like, we got this and this and this. And I was like, okay. I was like, I need a setup like that. But I like your road setup. You guys make yourselves comfortable, which is important because you guys were doing a lot of traveling and hitting a lot of stops. Um, and that was pretty good. What was your favorite place so far that you've gone with your trailer setup? Excuse me.
I don't even know. Probably the things I probably enjoy most are Oak City because
Okay.
there's just so much going on there
Okay.
and it fits in so much with everyone else. Like it's
Mm,
a really nice place to camp and just so many like-minded people there, like hundreds of us there.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
that's
good
probably my
feeling, right?
favorite.
That's a
Yeah,
good feeling.
and we're camping next to people doing the exact same thing or similar setups. It's nice to
Sweet.
just walk around and compare, get ideas.
Okay. Oh, we got somebody else in here, Cho Lee. He's saying, does the X-Way stanchion needs to be clean like the Apex, or was it service free?
I haven't cleaned it yet.
Okay.
Probably have 200 miles on it of off road. No issues
Okay.
so far.
Oh, okay. I know what he's talking about now because they were saying, yeah, when they put the apex through its paces and then it wasn't working right
Yeah,
because they had to
clogged
clean that.
down.
Yeah, all the shit in it. Okay. So X-Way, not so much. Doesn't have the same
Yeah,
problem
seems to
as
be
much.
better about that.
Yeah. So nice
That's what
question.
made
Thanks
me
for the
not.
question.
Yeah, I I wanted to get a Apex, and then I just saw how much maintenance it was
Hmm.
needed.
Yeah.
Just the reliability didn't seem all
Yeah.
the way there. So
No, that's how I feel. I feel like the Apex, I don't know, because it was their first wheel, I guess. I didn't feel it was quite there. Like
yeah,
it looked great. Now the Arrow, on the other hand, I want an Arrow bad, and I was one of the first ones going. I don't know if this wheel is worth that money. I don't know, and it came out, and everyone was riding it, and I'm watching, and I'm like, ooh, damn, now I want one.
have you tried one yet?
Haven't got an
No,
opportunity
neither have
yet.
I.
Yeah, we got to get
Damn.
on one. We got to get on one
Yes,
soon. If you get on one, hit me up and let me know. And if I get on one,
will
I'll
do.
let you know. Yeah, because I'm looking. I want to know. I want to know what the vibe and the feeling is. Because everybody I've
Yeah,
seen on it, I'm like, man. And you know me.
everyone seems to love it.
Yeah, I'm like, if it ain't a big boy wheel, I'm probably not really vibing it because I'm heavy. I don't really like when the wheel can't handle it. So I
Yeah,
was like, it's a small wheel. I don't know if I want that, but it looks like a small powerhouse.
yeah.
So
Small big
that,
boy wheel, the
yeah,
smallest
that's
wheel
probably the smallest that I'd be like willing to do anything on, like real. The Rocket also that looked good too. Um, but for some reason, maybe it's the form factor of the Rocket and all of their wheels. I mean, even though I still have one that I need to sell with the new casing and pedals. the
on a rocket.
No, on a Commander Pro. But
Mm,
it's that same idea, same company, same idea. Like
yep,
the
Dream
way
Bull.
they're designed, Extreme Bull. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Extreme Bull's design is kind of the same, and I don't know if
It
I'm a
seems
huge
iffy.
fan. Huh?
I had two Commander minis at one point. It just
Yeah.
they worked for a bit and then they started dying down because the suspension wasn't designed all the way through.
Yeah.
It had same. It just got clogged up and just didn't work as well.
I
Sold
didn't.
both of them.
I didn't
Never
like.
went
I
back.
didn't. The menu seemed and it wobbled at higher speed. It just. I don't know.
Well, that's
For
a
us.
skill issue.
Yeah, well, yeah, I ain't got your skill, that's for sure. But it wasn't just me. Others said the same thing. They
Yeah.
felt like the wheel it wasn't stable enough. Like it felt good if you were lightweight, but if you were heavier and you were
Gotcha.
trying to push it, it didn't have the same stability for you. So you had to watch yourself. And I was like, okay. And I felt the same way. I was like, I don't know. I feel weird on that turning. I took it out and I was turning on a track, just kind of zipping and turning a little, and I was like, I didn't really like the feeling. I didn't feel stable enough on it, so I was like, yeah, I don't want one of those. So I'm hoping I don't feel the same way on the Arrow. Um,
Yeah.
but
That shouldn't be as high speed
no, it's not.
as a mini.
Uh-uh.
I've
I mean,
already
that's
seen people jumping the arrow though, so it seems like a good wheel.
oh boy.
Daniel Adams in North Carolina has one that he's always posting videos about
Okay,
doing
I have to
giant
check
jumps
him
on a
out.
little arrow.
Oh boy. Ricardo said, "Easy, Cobra. Were it Nico's influence that made you snap your paddles at amped?" Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Ricardo. He said, "You got this, Cobra." No, I can't blame
You did
Nico.
have it. You made it.
I
You made
did.
it over the jump.
Actually, I
You
made
made it
it the
over the
first
airbag.
time. I made it over the jump twice.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite stick the landing on the second one. Ricardo says the Apex is a good wheel. The suspension feels cushy and it rides nicely. Okay, and that's the Apex? Have you ridden the Arrow, Ricardo? Who else in here? We got 30 people in the chat. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here. do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button, and let me know if you guys who has an arrow or who's ridden the arrow, and give me some comments on the arrow. Um, I just want to know who else is feeling like we're feeling, because both Nicko and I are like, we want to try it, but I don't know. Arrow looks great. Feels like it's the mini length that everyone needs. Okay, one and only, obviously. Does it look that way, or did you ride it? Oh, Green Master Mike says, I get my Arrow Monday. Next Gen Mobility. I'm sending them out starting Friday. Pick up, and the rest will be sent out on Monday. Okay. So Green Master Mike will be able to tell us about the Arrow soon. Who else had one? I mean, other than all the, I've seen obviously all the YouTubers that have made videos on them. Is there anybody in the chat that has one? The Arrow seems like the one for the small wheels. I think the Rocket being a lot faster for a small wheel is a bit sketchy. It's funny. I thought the Rocket was a shoe-in to beat the Arrow, but comparisons say maybe not. It has more power, but not as nicely built, not as stable.
Yeah.
So you never can
How
tell.
fast does the Rocket go? Or supposed to go?
I think they said 42. I think
miles an hour.
Yeah, I think
on a 15-inch.
Yeah, it's sketchy, right? You're thinking, "Ooh, that's fast
What?
for a little wheel," but it's bigger. It's the biggest of the little wheels. I think it's slightly bigger than the Arrow, so it has a bigger bigger frame than the Arrow, but they still said. They were like, they said, I don't know about going fast on it. It just didn't feel right. And I looked at Wheel Good Time. He had a video comparing the Rocket, the Arrow, and the Falcon. And he said out of the three, even though the Rocket's the most powerful, and he had somebody else with him too. And they both were comparing their ideas or opinions on it. And they both said that the Arrow was better than the Rocket. And I was like, ooh, okay. Surprising, because stats-wise, the Rocket's definitely better. But feel, build quality, ride, they were saying, no, it's not. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So you never know, right? You never know.
Yeah.
So you have the X-Ways that you're riding now. What wheel do you want?
Honestly, not anything else. I'm happy with the two wheels I have. They both do everything I want.
He said, nothing. I don't need nothing. So,
release another off-road wheel. Oh, yeah. Nothing else on the market seems appealing right now.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have a long-range wheel, but I don't get a chance to go long-range often. So,
well, if you had a choice, would you get the Xiaomi L or would you get the Panther?
Probably the L. Trust Leaper Kim more.
Yeah, and that's what's upsetting to me right now. It's angering me because I have the L and I'm all set, but I still want the Panther because of how it looks and how it felt and rode. It rode really well and it felt really good.
How are the top speeds between the two?
I don't have anyone that has given me a top speed on the Panther yet. But for the L, I know that people have gone 56, I think was the highest I've heard. Then I'm in a Sherman L chat, and then people were saying, I think that's where I heard 56. So somewhere around there, 55, 56. So it goes fast, but I did hear somebody saying that it was beeping at the high speed, and they didn't know why, so they slowed it down. So I'm like, well, that may be a settings. Maybe your settings. Yeah. I don't know.
Depends how much faster the Panther is if I would want it. It's the only reason I would get it over an L.
Well, those built-in lights look amazing.
They do.
And it's smaller than you think it is, if that makes any sense. Like I felt like it just felt smaller than like it came out and I was like, that's a big wheel. But then I was like, when I was riding it, I was like, it don't feel like extra big. Like the Monster Pro felt big.
Yeah, it was very well balanced. However they did it.
I love the Monster Pro. But the Master Pro, not so much. It felt hard to push. It didn't have enough torque. So it was hard to get it up to high speed. You had to,
Yeah.
I have the weight so I could lean and make it happen, but I just didn't. I don't know. I was underwhelmed by how it felt. So
Hmm.
that's why the Panthers like, okay, they got
Yeah.
it now.
Has the torque you need.
Yeah, it definitely
It
has the torque that you
feels
need
like.
for that size wheel. It's a 22-inch wheel, but it has 22-inch torque. It's like it's good.
The amount 22 should have.
Yes, yeah, because I was riding and Afiz was filming me. He's like, "So how about the torque? Does it how fast?" I was like, I just took off. I'm like, "Yeah, I got torque."
Well,
I just took off. I was like,
yep, she's fast.
yeah, yes, it was purring. I was like, and that was a pre-production model, So I
Can't
like to
wait to
get my
see what they
hands.
do at the final.
Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on a final. I really would, but I don't. I really have the money for that, so I don't think it's gonna happen. I just, I would like to, but my Sherman L will
Yeah.
do for now, I guess, unless some miracle happens and I'm able to get my hands on a Panther. Otherwise, the way my pocket and my bank account are set up, it ain't gonna go through. It ain't gonna go through. So, what do you got on the horizon, Nicko? You got all these things, all these different events and stuff.
Yeah.
So besides the Wheel Life Rally, because he's coming to the Wheel Life Rally, people, on
Obviously.
August 15th and 16th. So if you guys make your way, go to wheelliferally.com and grab tickets. But outside of that, what else you got on the horizon for this year for events?
Wheel Scorcher, Float Life Fest, whatever's on the East Coast that I can make to.
Okay.
Been hearing a few events popping up here and there that I'm trying to go to. Then I'm doing a lot of local classes, trying to focus more on the community here. I do intro to dirt classes where I teach people how to ride and then how to improve their off-roading skills.
Mm-hmm.
Bring out a jump starting from like 6 inches all the way up to the airbag that I got now.
I saw
teaching
that.
people.
That was dope. You got an airbag now.
Yeah.
When I saw the video, I was like, oh shit. Now he's really gonna be jumping. He got an airbag. He got his own airbag. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Probably taught like 30 EUC riders how to jump on that thing already.
Oh man.
That a lot of people that go from nothing, they're like, it's my first time jumping, and I get them on the airbag within like an hour or two. Just sending it.
Yeah.
And then they're asking for it to get bigger and bigger and move the ramp further away. Thing is an amazing tool for teaching people.
Yeah. Just don't overjump.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. So he says Rocket is like 67 pounds, similar to the version 1 T4. Yep. Ricardo says we have an Arrow here, and the guys that rode it here all love it. I'll try it this week, but all the feedback from the riders, Brett Brownlee and the rest, all have good things to say about it. Yeah, I haven't really heard much bad at all. Roger tried. Roger was like, I want to tell you the real deal, but he still couldn't badmouth it. He was even though he was trying, he's like, I'm trying to find the negatives to tell you. Only a couple of little things, so.
That's promising so far.
Yeah. No one, only influencers have it. 34 miles per hour Arrow, 42 mile per hour Rocket. Yeah, I knew it was like 40, just over 40. Rocket weighs 20 pounds more than the Arrow. Damn.
It's a lot.
20 pounds more. I knew it was bigger, but damn.
How much the Arrow weigh?
It has to. Well, he just said it. I think someone just said it. Where did I just read that? 67 pounds is the Rocket, so 47 pounds for the.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Cobra just wants enough people to say yes, buy the Panther. Just buy it and sell. You want that's inferior. Look, I know. Look, I still have that Commander Pro to sell, and I might sell my ET Max, which is shocking because I think the ET Max was the that was where Begode finally clicked, I think. In my opinion, the
Yeah.
ET Max is where their build quality finally got better.
Where they
And
started
because,
using metal
yeah,
instead of
that wheel
plastic
is
everywhere.
diesel. Like an ET Max, you can feel an ET Max, and you know, damn, this is a well built machine, and I love it. I just wish it had more battery.
Mm.
I can go the fastest. I think I had it up to 56, 57 maybe.
Wow.
I think I know I was above 50 and I know I was around 50. I think it was 56 or 57 I might have gotten it up to.
You should have
And
been racing up there at the China race.
and this is without
Try-
knowing. This is without knowing. No, they're doing it on purpose. I was not doing it on purpose. I didn't know I was going
Don't win
that
on
fast.
purpose then. Just
Yeah.
accidentally pass all of them.
That was my first group ride with it. And they're like, that thing moves. How fast? And I just leaned on it. I was gone. And somebody behind me was on a Sherman S. He was like, damn, dude, I could not catch you. Like, he's like, I was trying. And he's lighter than me. He's like, I thought I can catch him because I'm lighter. I was like, not on
Nope.
the ET Max, you can't. That wheel is crazy for speed. But I did a 42-mile ride and beep, 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 beep. He was started tilting back.
It
Beep,
drains
beep,
through
beep,
the
beep.
battery so fast.
Yeah, I was like, damn, how is it already dead? So I was not happy with that. So Greenmaster Mike, yes, I might sell. I might have two wheels to sell, and that might equal a Panther.
A
I don't know.
Panther.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna say yes yet.
Do it.
Yeah.
Get the new
So
shiny toy.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna pause real quick to give away a shirt. We're gonna start with a shirt and then we'll do at least a half price ticket. I would like to give away a ticket to the rally, but to be real, folks, I don't make any money on the Wheel Life Rally. I end up losing money, so it's kind of hard for me to give away a ticket too. Excuse me. But I would like to give away a shirt. So a Wheel Life Rally shirt looks kind of like this, but instead of saying show, it says rally. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pull up a wheel, and we are guess numbers 1 through 20. Oh, actually, there's 32 people in here now, so hold on. Let me put some more numbers in there. Hold on. 1 through 30. Guess a number 1 through 30. Ruben. So Ruben said, Cobra, you might have a buyer for your ET after Nicko's glowing review. Maybe. Hold on. Oh shoot. How do I add? I forgot how to add the numbers. Hang on. Can I? No. There we go. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. 1 through 30. 1 through 30. Give me a number. Give me one, give me one, give me one. Give me two, give me two, give me two. So if you see a number in the chat, people, don't guess the same number. 1 through 30. Give me 1 through 30. I'm going to give that a second. Give me 1 through 30. And then I'm going to hit a spin and pick the number so you can see it. Let me go here. This is what it looks like behind me. We have the number wheel right there. And we are going to spin it in just a second. 1 through 30. Numbers 1 through 30. Dale's got one. He guessed 5. And Dale, only one number. Only guess one number. Last time you said, how many numbers can I guess? Let's see. Time to sell some wheels, Cobra, to get the Panther, bro. Yeah. Nicko, that pad setup and pads that you're using for jumping and racing. Or is he asking? Yes. What pad setup are you
Yes.
using?
Clark Bio flare pads. My main setup right now.
I love the
It
bio
will.
pads.
Have you tried the Bio flare pads?
I have not yet.
They're like
You like
everything about the Bio pads, but improved.
okay. Okay, so I need a set. I need a set.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to Chris. Um,
they feel
Capital Knight says what?
they're wider, which is what I wanted, and the
Yep.
front is shorter, so you can lean, but you're still locked in, and it's
Okay.
easier to get in and out of them while they're tight.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that sounds like what I want. I also just I got a set of the those new pads from Grizzly coming.
Ooh.
And it's because of that, because it has the top is curved so much down that you can sit and your leg can lean forward or whatever, and then you still can just slide in and out. I'm like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
I thought that I said that's everything I like about the bio pads. So maybe I'll like those too. So that should be coming. That should be coming. Um, let's see. Oh, look at this. Mikey says I hit 64 on my ET Max. Told you that wheel is blazing fast. To me, that's the speed king. You know, um, Aaron did well in China. He won
Yeah.
the race on ET Max. It's like to me, that's the speed wheel. I think if that thing's fully charged, there's no wheel that can beat it yet.
Speed and torque.
Yeah,
It
and that's
takes off.
exactly speed, torque, and weight. That's the other thing because the weight of the wheel helps you get that torque. And if you're tall and have leverage like Aaron does, or if you're heavy, then you can get that all that speed out of it. Not everybody can, you know. Might have a buyer. Okay, all right. Here we go. We got a bunch of numbers. I'm gonna hit spin. Here we go. Let me put it on screen, and we're gonna test it once. We're gonna test it once. This is just for test. Test, 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 test. Okay. You can see how it's gonna work there. Okay. Number will come up. All right. So this is for the win. For the win. 1 through 30.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Get your numbers in now. If your number's not in, then you can't win. 17. 17. Let's see. Let's scroll back. Whoa. I think RNMA 100. I don't know who that is, but he's the first 17 I see. He wins. Winner is 17. There he is. Got him on screen, so it's recorded. I'll remember, and I'm scrolling through to make sure. Yep, nobody else got it. So you're the winner, man. So do me a favor, bro. I'm assuming it's a dude. It just says RNMA 100, so I'm not sure. But reach out to me. You can DM me on Instagram, on Facebook, leave me a message anywhere on one of my YouTube videos, whatever, and shout me out. We can connect. You can hit me. Somebody just hit me on Telegram or WhatsApp. I forgot which one he hit me on for last week's shirt, Ricardo, and then there was another one, and I sent that out. So just hit me up. Give me your information. Tell me what size shirt and all that stuff, and we'll connect, and I'll get you a shirt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna do one more in a little bit, but not yet. So, what's next, Nicko? Those are some events you mentioned: Wheel Scorchers and Float Life. Which one's next?
Wheel Scorchers, next one. Coming up in a
Okay,
few weeks.
it's in a few weeks.
In a
Where's
month.
that one at?
Yeah. North Carolina,
North
Cherokee.
Carolina. And where is Float Life gonna be? Same area?
Also North Carolina. I forget the exact town.
Yeah. See, those are things that I wish. I don't know. I want to come to, but I'd have to have um, I'd have to be able to drive all the way there with my wheel, and I'm like,
You have an electric car. You can charge for
I
free.
know
Some places.
I could just jump the grid and just keep charging and going and charging and going, but I'm like, do I want
And
to
you're
put that
retired. What else are you going to be doing?
ask my wife, she'll tell you. She's like, the garage needs attention, the backyard needs attention. I'm like, I don't. That's not fun though.
I just want to ride.
Yeah. I want to do fun stuff. Lately, I've just been killing pickleball. I learned,
Mm.
I picked up pickleball, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in love. That's my second love. So pickleball and wheels. That's my loves right now. I've been
How'd
going
you
to
get
it,
into
and
pickleball?
I just saw somebody in Florida. We saw some people playing, and it was a group, 7 families all together playing, and they were laughing and joking, having so much fun. I said, "Man, that game looks like fun." They're like, "Oh, it is, man. You should jump in." My wife was like, "Does look like fun," so they told us how to play. I was online ordering paddles before I even got back home. So that's me. I'm in with
Awesome.
both feet always. So I jumped in, learned how to play. Now I'm playing at different courts. Then I joined the indoor court. They have an indoor place that has like 8 courts, and they run tournaments and all kinds of stuff. So I joined just for 30 days, a test trial membership, $30 for 30
Yeah.
days. I said I could do that, and I've
Yeah.
been going every day. Today's the first day I haven't gone. I said I need a day off.
Yeah.
You should see.
Working out too much.
Look, I'm sweating buckets. I had gained weight since my hip operation, so I was up to like 252 pounds. So and now I'm down to 236, all from pickleball.
Wow. Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm loving it, and I'm like,
Got to try it
let's
out.
I'm like, let's go. Yo, it's so much fun. I'll play hours. Yesterday I played 7 games back to back after having like a clinic that they were teaching us stuff. So technically, I played like 10 games yesterday. You know? I sweated. I was sweating through all my clothes, but I had fun. Anyway, back onto wheels. The paddle's not electric, so it don't count. It's not a PEV. So
Pickleball show.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Ricardo, I didn't even see that. He said, "I love the shirt. If I win another, I'll give it away." Nice. You're the man. Appreciate you, bro. Um, yes, one and only. That's who's just gave me his information, and his shirt's going out to him now. Um, that was from last week. That's who it was. Ricardo was the week before. Ruben came back and said 22. He was gone. He came back and said 22. Uh,
A little bit late.
let me see. Oh, he said Nicko should get to play too. Didn't you get a shirt already, Nicko?
I did get a
From
shirt.
yeah. I remember when you were here.
Forgot to put it
So
on before here.
yeah.
For this.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be right. It wouldn't match your mic. It wouldn't be the right color. It wouldn't be right.
There we go. Yeah.
We could see them. Oh, he says, "Do you have them so we could see them?" He uses the C3 bio pads. I think he's talking about the pads that you were talking about.
They're out in the truck right now.
Yeah, out in
Wheels
the truck.
outside.
Next time. Just go to Clark Pad's website. I'm sure you can see them. I haven't seen them yet. They're a little bit different, wider, but they look like bio pads, just wider, right?
Yeah. Wider, shorter, just morphed bio pads.
Yeah.
Improved morphed bio pads.
Yeah, I love those bio pads. I went and ripped them off my ET Max to put them on my L. And you know why I had to do that? Because when I sold my Sherman S at Amped, I let them keep the pads. I should have took them damn pads off of that wheel. I sold them the whole get up, so I lost bio pads there. One set was gone. And I think that I have a set on my I might have a set on my Commander Pro also. So I might still have another set.
Go.
Yeah.
Sell that wheel.
Yeah, I am. I'm selling it. It's It's still with Declan. Declan put a new casing on, a new shell on it, and then he put new pedal hangers. So he hooked it up. So he's supposed to be trying to sell it for me down there, and actually I got to give him a call because we haven't spoken in a little bit. So see if I got to go pick it up if he wasn't able to sell it, and sell it here. Nicko, do you have any EUC riders you look up to, like Zach Darnell, Matt Burt, or other off-road riders? Who's your favorite off-road rider?
Probably Shibby.
Shibby!
That inspired me a lot whenever I was starting to ride and seeing the giant jumps. Okay. Still one of my bucket lists to go and jump the Rampage jump like he did.
Is that 60-footer?
Yeah.
That over thing looked crazy. You're gonna do that?
I love that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to go out there, I am 100% doing it.
Oh my God. The fact that he didn't make it the first two
Two
times and
times.
crashed
Yeah.
and still got up to do it and went back and did it. I'm like, what? What? It's crazy. Crazy.
It's
But
nuts.
yeah. But
And on an
speaking of that,
S22.
I just saw you do the same thing on a jump. You crashed it, you rolled out and got up with your hands up. I'm like, okay, and then you went right
Yeah.
back and hit it. I was like, okay.
You got to hit it before the pain sets in.
I
Before
think
the adrenaline wears off.
I
They're still
might
in
have
the
had a
zone.
little trouble going back and hitting that. Well, let me see if I can
Yeah,
find that one.
yeah,
I,
that was in
let-
Florida at Vortex
yeah,
Trails. I think I was like 30 feet up in the air vertically,
yeah, that's
25-foot
crazy.
long. It was more vertical than length. Then the
Yeah,
drop in, it's a little bit hard to see, but it's a 15-foot drop in
I saw the
right
drop
before
in.
the
I was like,
drop.
what is that? Like, I said that would have turned me off already. I'm not dropping in on that. That looked nuts. Let me see if I can find it. I was just looking at it. Oh, I think I clicked past it. Woo!
Should
That's
be
another
pinned.
good one.
Yeah.
Look at Nicko. You got some dope videos, dude. Like, hold on. Let me pause that. All right, I'm gonna try and get you guys in on this. Um, Nicko, you won't be able to see it on your screen unless you look on the other device. But watch Nicko in midair, guys. Just look at him. He soars through the air like nothing. You have like no fear, dude. I don't even I can't even imagine like not having
Just,
fear of those kind of jumps. Uh,
there is fear. You just try to ignore it.
yeah. Oh
You just
yeah.
I think about how to land it instead of what's going to happen if I don't land it.
you guys, you guys see this one on screen? He puts up both his middle fingers behind him as he lands the
That was the
jump.
first EC double back flick.
Oh my god, double back flick. Let's go. Double back flick. Yo,
Yeah.
you wild boy. You wild. Double back flick. Okay. Oh, is that Leem? Looks like Leem down there. You just cleared Leem on a
Yeah.
jump. Let's see. Where is that jump at? I clicked by it because I was just watching it. Oh, that's you climbing this hill. That's you hitting the amped ramp, and you landed flat on that amp jump too. You landed just almost like
Yep.
I did. You were at the bottom of it, but you were able to hold on
Yeah.
to it, and you didn't. You're not heavy enough to snap your pedals off.
Luckily not. I don't know
That was
how
my
I
job.
managed to land it. It was like
Yeah, I was
6 inches of
like,
the airbag left.
I don't know how you did that. Like, I'm like, no, you wobbled a little, but you landed that shit. I'm like, this
Yeah.
dude is
The links just
wild.
saved it.
Let me
Whatever the
see.
links is made of, it just absorbed everything.
it's it was not made of Chinesium.
Yeah. Still some Chinesium in it, but not that part. Not the suspension.
Oh, okay. The jump was the other way. That's why. Okay, let me see. Click past it. Not there.
Should be
It's
pinned
coming.
at the
It's
top.
coming. There it is. Look at this one, guys. He crashes out, rolls out, comes up, and then goes back. Look at that drop. Oh my God. Whew. That drop in alone would have me like,
Yeah.
no. Yo, oh man, that
Oh,
was a close up
I
of the
don't think I
drop
ever
in.
posted a 360 footage from that because I think that's what made me crash. I was holding 360 stick and
Yep.
it pulled me back in the air and just caused me to lose balance.
Oh man. Yeah, and
And
then
I
you put
would
the stick
wait,
down and you did it without it.
yeah. Well, the stick broke in half
Oh,
after
did
that.
it? Oh
Yeah, the
shit.
360 camera just went flying like 50 feet away.
Were you able to save the lenses or is it toast?
I had covers on it, so
Oh,
managed to
okay.
save it luckily. Yeah.
I just got the X5, so you can
How
replace
is
the
it?
lenses. if you
I
crack
want to
them. I
get one
like
of
it.
those.
Yeah, I like it. You know what's messed up is I got the and just so you know, people, I'm just letting this jump in the background, just keep playing because my stomach turns when I see him doing it. So I gotta try, just like watching him do it over and over. But yeah, I bought the X4 2 weeks before the X5 came out,
Oh,
and when can I tell you how angry I was? I was heated. I was like, I just and like I said, I'm in with both feet. So I bought the X4, I bought the mic covers, I bought the screen protectors, I bought the cage, I bought the all this shit for it. And then the X5 comes out, and I'm like, mother! I was so mad.
you
But
weren't in the return period?
I bought it from Amazon. I was like, click return, please.
Yep. Don't need it.
Yep. Yep. I was like, nope, this is not, I did not get the right model. I was trying to buy the X5.
Yeah. In my head, I thought it was the X5.
Yep. I
Just
certainly did
imagining
return
that.
that bad boy. And I gave them all their stuff back. And then I slowly started trying to package up everything I bought for it. So and I started returning that stuff too. I got everything except the wind wind like muff protectors for the mics because they stick
Windscreen.
on, and I never opened it, but I passed the return period time frame, and I didn't. That's the one thing I forgot to click return on, so I'm stuck with that, and I'm like, that's all right. That wasn't bad. It was like $15, but I got the X5, and I'm waiting to use it. So anyway, more stuff from Nicko. As you guys saw, I was clicking through here. You can. I'm just gonna click through some. I'm on your IG page, by the way, and you can see some of his. I got the sound turned off right now, but he's got some really great videos. So check him. You see Nicko, check him out.
Oh yeah, I saw you went by the drift car.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
But that,
that was one of the coolest moments ever.
yeah,
No one else has done that on EUC that I've seen. I got to
just
go on a track behind a drift car and get covered in smoke and rubber.
just glad you didn't get hit by the drift car, because that would not be something you want to. But it does look
Yeah.
cool, and you got the
Got
drone right there.
yeah, drone.
That looks
Yeah, that
cool.
was a good night. And there was probably like 15 drift cars on that track, and I was just going between them filming.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
This is nuts too, man. You guys are jumping at night. I have this big fear of night riding, like, because just more can happen when you can't see shit. But you guys are
I
crazy.
like it for training because it makes your reflexes faster.
You think so? Night riding, night jumping?
Yeah, just night
Scary.
riding in general. It just makes me stay on my game, be able to react quicker and have better control in emergencies.
You have no choice but to pay real good attention at night. That's for
Yep.
sure. Because it's so scary to ride at night for me. I'm like, I'm all set. But I do it every now and then, usually when we're out on a group ride and then I get stuck and don't realize it and have to come. I'm still out and then now it's dark and I'm like, shit. And I didn't bring enough lights. That's why I want to put the light kit on the wheel so it's just there.
I sent you some photos of the light kit.
Oh, did you?
In
Okay,
Telegram.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to check that out because I definitely want. That's you, Caleb. That's you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we missed a bunch of comments. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. But this is interesting to me that you've been able to go so many places. And I'm glad that you have. I really do. I'm thinking about coming down to North Carolina because that was one of my goals, was to travel more with the wheel once I retired. But I didn't get the camper yet, or the trailer, or the mobile home, or nothing that I could travel and bring all my shit. I could pack it in the car and go, but I kind of want
Split an
something.
RV with a couple of guys there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I really am. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if I can get one, I'll get a small RV that, because the gas is gonna be crazy, but and it's like retro for me, going from my electric car back to gas. It's like, that's retro.
Feel the rumble. Oh, this thing has gears.
I'm like, what? I stepped on the gas and it didn't take off? What? No warp speed? What?
No self-driving? What?
Oh, see. Oh, now you just killed it. I ain't renting it. Nope, never mind. You just killed it. I need the self-driving. I need the self-drive. I'm hooked on it. My wife goes, I don't know why you use that all the time. I said, because it's there.
Or what
Like,
you
what?
could do is drive down and then rent a trailer locally at the event to sleep in. You can have it delivered.
Mm, I did that.
Then
I
you only
did
pay
that.
for the days it's there.
Yeah, I did that before. That's another idea.
Yeah.
But knowing me, I don't know. I would probably just do Airbnbs. I'm a comfort hog. I like to be comfortable. So I don't know. I guess the trailer, because the trailer I rented here um, for the rally, and Seth and these guys stayed in. I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it was more than I would. I don't know, more than I thought. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I might. You're making me think about things,
Yeah.
Nicko. You're making me think
Yeah.
about things. I like that. I like that. I appreciate that. See, just having you here alone is getting me to think. North Carolina? Do I need? I need that. Maybe I
Yeah.
need a trip. I said I was gonna do it. Maybe I need to
Yeah.
start
You
now.
need to do it.
Maybe
It's a great
you
place
said
to go.
it's in a few weeks
Fire
because there's
Mountain has some amazing trails. Yeah. June
it's
28th,
one of
I
the
think.
places that I said I might want to move to. So, yeah,
Okay. Come check it
yeah,
out.
yeah. The
Stop in DC on your
Carolinas.
way down.
Yeah, I gotta
I'll
stop.
give you a
Oh, you
tour
know,
of DC.
guess what? I'm gonna be in DC a lot more often. My youngest daughter just said she wants to go to George Washington University in DC.
Ooh.
Yes, my
Okay.
pocket hurts already because there's 3 kids in college at the same time. All three, same time. Yes.
Oof.
So when I'm standing on the
Yeah.
side of the road with
There
my
goes
hat
all that
out
wheel money.
asking for donations, you'll know why. All 3 kids in college. And none of them are going to a state school or a cheap school. All of them pick these crazy expensive schools. I'm like, so, but it is what it
Come
is.
on, Dad, solid wheel. Let me go here.
Yeah. I need for one class. My wheel will pay for your one class. But there's a lot. But I just realized that. I said, oh, she's gonna be in DC. I got another reason to
Yeah.
go to DC now.
There we go.
I wanted to make it to the groundings. I still haven't made it to the groundings. That's
Yes.
such a
Do
big
it.
ride. I want to go to that. When is that one? Do you know when that one? Hold on, let me look that up.
I think it's in August sometime. I don't remember
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
every year I miss it because something comes up at the same time, and I want to go to it at some. This year I was like, I'm gonna make it this year. No, I don't know. Am I? We'll see when it is. No, that is not the right groundings. I don't know what the hell that is. The groundlings. No, that's not what I was. I love when the internet gives you
Not quite.
something not quite what you asked for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not quite what I asked for. Okay, so here's the group on Facebook, but see, they should have the date right there at the top.
I don't see a date yet.
No, all these posts.
Have
I
they
don't see a
scheduled
date.
it? In their Telegram. Let me see if it's up there.
Yeah, check. Anybody know in the chat? Anybody know when the groundings is in DC this year? What the date is? I gotta start putting these dates down now and locking them in, and because I do want to make these trips. Planet Iceland EUC. Okay, what's up, man? Shouts out to you. Nighttime shots in pure video mode. Yeah, you're right. On the X5, that pure video mode is dope.
August 30th through 31st.
Okay, that's after. That's after my
Yep.
rally. Yeah.
So
Oh,
we go up there and
oh,
then you come back down with us.
oh, boy, I think
Yep.
I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, groundings 2025, baby. Woo, woo. So I definitely am gonna need some lights on my wheel before then.
Yeah.
Hitting
Just
jumps
sent you
at night.
the info.
You did? Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Hitting jumps at night can be scary if you're unfamiliar with jumps. Yo, hitting jumps, period, is scary. So yeah, at night I ain't doing it.
Got a couple of
That,
North Carolina guys hitting it at a dig weekend for Oak City. They
yeah.
probably had it like 20, 25 feet apart at night in the pitch dark. We were
What?
just watching them. Yeah. It's up
Oh
on the
my god.
Instagram.
Holy crap. That's
It was
nuts.
I wouldn't even want to do it. I'm too tired for this. I need to save myself. There's a race in 2 weeks.
he said, nah, I'm gonna
Uh,
not. I'm gonna not.
yeah, I'll just watch.
Thanks for the show, guys, because I'm watching
Yep.
today. I feel you. Sometimes it be like that. You just got to make that
Hmm.
decision. Am I doing that? Nope, I'm not. You
Nope.
know, I made that decision right after I crashed. I'm not doing it again.
Until you see that airbag again.
Oh,
I'll get
stop it.
you on it again.
I've been looking at them. I'm like, nope,
Now,
no, don't
since
you
you have a
dare.
good wheel for it, because last time it was
Nope.
on the Commander Pro, now you have an
Yep.
X-Way. It won't be as
Yep.
bad.
Stop it. Anyway, Planet Iceland EUC. He said, been using the Insta360 X1, X3, X4, X5, and never broken a lens since 2019. Good for you, bro.
Wow.
I crashed on my 16X and the camera went flying and the 18-wheeler drove over my X1.
Ooh.
I was like, ah.
Ah,
But luckily he didn't run over me. So,
that's true.
yeah.
Was the camera totaled or just the lens?
Oh, it was fried. That camera was so, even the stick was flattened. I was like, God, it was bad. I still have the SD card because I wanted that video so bad, and I was like, somebody's got to be able to get the video off this SD card because it comes up with an error and it won't let you. And I was like, damn.
Got to get it recovered.
Yeah. Nicko, what's your top speed and what wheel was it on? That's from the chat.
I haven't pushed top speed since AVS 2 years ago because I cut out at around 55.
Ooh.
And I haven't had a need for speed that much since then.
It's funny how crashing can do that
it was on
to
a Master V2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Got back up and finished the race. Had the
Okay.
Clark kit on it, which saved it.
Yeah. And the Clark kit, see? The Clark kit pads save a lot of wheels. You know, not everything, but a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised to crash at 55 and just find a ride after.
I am too. What wheel was it?
A Master.
That was the Master, you said? Okay.
Yeah, when they were still plastic.
Wow. That was definitely the pads then. Definitely, because that wheel didn't survive
100%.
crash as well. The Monster or Master was one of the wheels that just seemed to melt away, and the pieces just melt off. Remember Rogers? Rogers in California when this guy cut out right in front of him. Oh my God!
Yeah, at AVS.
Yeah, from Boston. This guy cut out in front of him, and I was like, and then Rogers, his wheel, of course, was already had no shell on this part because he took this off and he put this on and he added this and that. He had all kind of crazy shit on his wheel, but it just went in pieces. I was like, ooh. I said, he is not racing that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep,
GG.
You're done.
Done. He was done. And he had the fastest time on the track. So, we were like, Roger's going to win this. He's going to win this whole thing. Crash. I was like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, I was not happy with that one.
A lot of people were not happy with that one.
Yeah. It was incredibly wild. So, that was funky but cool slide. So, yeah, I think that group rides are my favorite thing. Off-road, I love riding through the woods.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a little bit of jumping going so that I can make the riding through the woods easier and better. But after that last crash, I haven't jumps are like I haven't hit any, but I still ride through the woods. There's something about riding through the woods that gives me like an extra tweak of adrenaline. It's just more
Yeah.
exhilarating. Riding, squeezing between trees, jumping roots,
Yeah.
and just shit like that. It just gives me that little extra oomph that I
I
love.
started street riding and like going between cars doing Broadway bomb, but
Hmm.
I realized like if I want to go faster, it's just based on luck, and it's so dangerous on the street that I'd
Hmm.
prefer to go off road and
Hmm.
dodge trees rather than cars.
Yeah, yeah,
It seems dangerous, but it's still safer than going on a street,
it is.
at least for
It
me.
is. Because the tree's not
Yeah,
gonna hit you.
exactly. It's not gonna run you over.
Yeah, the tree is not gonna step out and hit you or smack you, or you might hit the tree, you might hit
Yeah.
the branch, but the tree itself is not going to come at you at, at 50 miles an hour. So I love, love, love riding in the woods.
And it
Yes.
teaches you so many skills you would never learn on the street. And once you
Yep.
come back to the street, it's so much easier.
Yeah, I love it because street riding to me is easy. I mean, yes, you can. I went on. I did what 25 miles the other day on my L on the road, and I bounced around. I went down to the police station. I had some business to take care of. Then I went to one park. Then I went across the city to another park, and I was looking for pickleball courts. Anyway, so so I was zipping around the city, and I'm bobbing and weaving, and traffic stops. I'm in between the cars. Nothing coming. And I'm like, that's easy. It's fun. But in the woods, there's just something about it. Even when I watch the video back when I'm squeezing between trees, at the woods I was in, they had those tight trees where you're afraid your pedal's gonna hit each tree because they're like this
Yeah.
close. I'm like, and turn my body sideways so I can make sure
Yeah.
I get there. I'm like, whoo! I was like, yeah, let's go. Like it feels so good. Like
Hmm.
you know,
Absolutely.
Green Master Mike said a tree is not called Karen.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no Karens in the woods.
I won't be yelling at you.
But if you see that last video I posted in the woods on the X-Way, I was going and going and I stopped. And it's funny because the grandfather was with his grandson and little kid. And he goes, "You got to get you one of those." It was so funny. And his grandfather was like, "Is that wheel supposed to be that low on air?" And I said, "Not really." I left my pump. He's like, "Oh, okay." And he tells me, he said, "What? That thing can probably get up to like 20 miles an hour, huh?" I said, "Try tripling that." He said, "That thing will do 60." And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Holy
Yep.
shit." And that's why you see all this gear I'm wearing. You see the helmet and all this gear.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
If it was 20, you wouldn't be wearing full gear.
No, not like that. That's for damn sure. But
Hmm.
so yeah, so you said Wheel Scorchers is your next one in California, and Float Life is like, did that already happen or is that later? That's later on.
Wheel Scorchers in North Carolina.
Yeah, and then
North Carolina. And then Float Life Fest.
yeah, that one's later, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's also, I think, in August or September.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
fall is going to be busy. I've cut down for the summer, trying to save some time for the family, hang
Yeah.
out at home for once. Every weekend for the past couple months has been traveling somewhere. I just need a break.
so so I know you went um for Hyperfest, right?
Yeah.
Where else did you go?
I went down to Miami. Took me and my brother took my mom down there. Had a great
Okay.
time a few weeks ago. Then before that was Oak City. Then before that
Okay.
was their digging weekend, and just then work, and then just always going somewhere.
So Florida, no wheel, huh?
No, unfortunately.
How naked did you
But I got the
feel?
jet ski.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it made up for it. Got to go on jet ski for the first time.
Oh, really? You never been on a jet ski
Yes.
before? Okay.
It felt similar to a wheel on the water.
There you go.
Yeah, but walking around did suck.
Feels so pedestrian.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sweating so much. I only went 2 blocks.
This damn walking.
Yeah,
Who does this anyway?
I know, right? Why would he do this? On purpose?
On purpose. My wife she's always like, "Can you take the dog out for a walk?" And I'm like, "I could take the dog out for a run." So I grab a wheel and let the dog
Yep.
run. I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why don't you just walk?" I don't want to walk.
The dog doesn't want to walk. The dog wants to run.
No, right. The dog likes to walk with you, but I take out the wheel and dog gets all happy. As soon as I get on it, she takes off. My dog, I mean, it's like, let's go. And it feels like she hit turbo and she just takes off.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Ash's
yeah,
family has a poodle that it demands to be ran every single day.
oh my God.
Otherwise, it won't go to sleep. It'll just keep you up. It'll keep scratching at your bed until you get on a wheel, a scooter,
Oh my
e-bike, and just
God.
take it for a run. This
See?
has he's built up that energy every single day.
Yeah.
Needs
It's
that.
it's great when you can do it though. Like when you can get out there. Like it's funny because the dog gets its kicks and I get my kicks. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned.
It feels like a real dog. That's what they were
Yeah.
meant to do.
Yeah.
To run.
The dog is like, finally.
Yeah.
I feel like I can look at my dog and she's going, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's a golden doodle. So
Okay.
she's
Nice.
most adorable, just beautiful dog. And
Yes.
and when she takes off, it's like she's just in her happy place. And I just get
Yeah.
all, I'm like, see, this is it.
They're hunting dogs. They
Oh,
love
yeah.
to run.
Super energetic, full of energy, jumps like up here. She jumps like a bunny, like crazy energy, crazy energy. Very lovable,
Yep.
but a lot of energy and wants to go.
Yeah, I grew up
So,
with a golden doodle. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yep. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't even say walk outside.
Yep. And
Any
like
any of
triggers.
those, and she goes, huh? Like she starts. I'm like, okay, calm down. Give me a
I'll
minute.
go for a walk.
Let me get your leash. Let me get your leash. Or don't grab the leash. Oh my God. She's still. I'm like, she's ready to go. I said,
Yep.
that's energy. She wants to run, boy. So I like to let her. Ricardo says, I like group rides with riders of similar or better skills than myself. I'm more of a street rider, so long as you're geared up, have mirrors on both sides, horn, and assume that the vehicles can't see you. Excuse me. You said a lot there, Ricardo. I do love riding and in group rides, and it is better when you have people who can really get down. But I also like sharing this crazy, amazing, beautiful sport, and I like sharing it with people so of all different ride styles and skills. So I like when people who aren't that great, they level up their skills because they're riding with us. Oh, that's the fastest I ever been. I love that when I get that kind of reaction. I'm like, yeah, you like it?
That's
I
why
loved it.
same for me. That's why I do my academies where I teach people and they're like, "Oh my god, that jump was so much fun. Can't wait to go on that trail again." People just
Yep.
fall in love with it. It's like
Yeah.
they already knew it and then it's like a new love like reinforced
Yeah.
once they experience things.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Once you
Greenmaster
level
Mike
up,
is asking,
so
are
much
you
fun.
going to Malaysia, Nico?
Maybe. To
Yeah.
be determined still. Are you Cobra?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to Malaysia. And actually, I
Uh,
just had a conversation where I might be going to more than just Malaysia, but we'll see.
Oh.
Yeah, I might hop to another island over there, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to
What
Malaysia,
island?
though. I don't even remember the name of it. It was something I never heard of. And I was like, okay. So we'll
Okay.
see.
Let's go.
We'll see. But Malaysia is like crazy. It's one of the places I've always wanted to go to. So when they
Yeah.
announced it, I was like, please, please, please.
Is there anything in Malaysia you wanted to see?
uh,
What makes you
ju-
want to go?
just the fact that it's out there, an island in the ocean that I want to. I've never imagined that I could really make it to unless like I went to a lot of places with the military, and
Mm-hmm.
like Switzerland, like I didn't see myself just going to Switzerland. Before I joined the military, joined the police department, I wasn't. I'm very poor, grew up with nothing, and I was like that. Those kind of things weren't on my radar. And then you start dreaming, and I'm like, oh my god, just and Malaysia is one of those places. It just seems so tropical and amazing, and I'm like, I just want to experience whatever they have there. There's nothing specific other than the fact that it's a tropical island, and I'm like, yep, I want to go.
Yep.
So I can't wait to get out there and then to get to ride.
Even better. Cherry on top.
Yes, yo, imagine the trails out there. Like
Do they have a lot of trails out there? I don't
I
know.
think
I don't know the first thing about Malaysia.
I think it's gonna be like a lot of sandy areas, but I think they'll have a lot of woods, and woods
Hmm.
means trails. So, because I don't, I think there's a lot of the island that still has a lot of woods and trails and off road stuff. So I don't know how built up that is, but we'll find out. We shall find out soon.
Yeah.
Uh,
When is that? That's in November.
in November, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Dale is so stupid. Dale said Katy Perry once rode a jet ski, and now she's awesome. Oh yeah, she is not awesome.
A little bit different there.
Yeah, a lot of a difference. Electric Unicycle said, I just realized why I only see half the comments in here. It's dual streaming, two simultaneously live stream. Yeah, actually, it's quadruple live streaming because this is on both my YouTube channels, the Wheel Life Rally and the Black Cobra Live. Then it's also on Twitch, and it's also on Facebook. So people can be in it anywhere, and all the comments still show up here. No group rides over here. Too few riders. Where are you at? Are you actually in Iceland? Your name says Planet Iceland EUC. Is that actually where you are? And that's, wow. Well, I'm talking shit because I can't say wow, because I don't have many riders where I'm at in Massachusetts. Yes, in Boston area there's a lot of riders, but where I'm at out in Springfield there's only like a handful of us, and we never ride together.
Yeah.
So, oh, TEF1. You going to TEF1?
No, the one in New Jersey. I'm working that weekend, unfortunately. I was so I saw the dates. I'm like, no. Why does it have to be those dates?
That one's coming up soon, though, right?
Yeah.
I think
a week
that one's
away?
like
2 weeks
a week
away.
or two. Okay. I may have to. You said it's in Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey.
That may have to be the time I go to Jersey. Dale said you might as well come down to Australia too. I'll lend you a wheel. Dale, it's a
there
deal.
we go.
I'm coming to Australia, brother. You're not the only
the
one in
whole tour.
Australia I know. I know someone else in Australia who I met on a cruise, and she came to New York, and we tried to hang out. My wife and I met this woman who's amazing. So I told her I was coming to Australia too. So I may make my way over there. Sounds like a plan, bro.
You can go hang out with him, and the wife hangs out with the woman you met.
Yeah, yep, that'll definitely work. Hopefully get to ride together while you're in Australia, Ricardo. Oh, he's coming. Yeah, Ricardo's going down there. Okay. Oh, he said it in the one before it. My cousins live on the Gold Coast and one in Sydney. I'll be there at the end of this year. Nice. Planet Iceland said quad. Nice. Not sure. No group ride. Too few riders. Planet Iceland, I'm still wondering where you live. Is it Iceland? Is that where you're actually from? Ricardo said 100% he's going to hit him up when he gets to Australia. That'll be cool. Take some pics and video. We want to see that when you guys. It's cool when we get to hang out. Yes, I'm in Iceland. I'm like the EUC guy in the country. Okay. All right. So you're the Iceland EUC connection. That's sweet. Yeah. So you're gonna miss TEF1, huh? That's upsetting, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I was hoping to
Yeah,
see everyone again.
yeah. That's another.
Yeah.
That's just
And
another
it was
reason
so
why I want to
close
go.
by. It was just the worst timing.
Yeah, and that sucks, and it happens all the time. You plan, you
Yeah.
want to go to something, and then you're like, oh, I can't. Like, damn
Yeah.
it. That was happening to me a lot. So now I got to make up for it. So I got to at least make 2 events that I wasn't normally gonna make. So maybe Tough One and Wheel Scorchers or Float Life. If you had to choose one, which one?
Hmm. Both are going to be good, but Float Light
Yeah,
Fest is going to be bigger. It's a
yeah.
lot of one wheels. Wheel Scorchers more EUC racing,
Okay.
from what I
Well, Wheel
understand.
Scorchers
And
it
Float
is.
Light Fest is going to be more of a fest.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if they're racing at Float Light Fest. They're just having one wheel races.
yeah.
If they're
Okay.
racing EUC, yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get enough people to get on EUC, I think Justin's gonna include an EUC race.
Okay.
We can convince him
Well,
to.
there should be enough
I'll let you
people.
know as it goes. I've been
There
working with
should be
Justin to
enough
bring my
people.
airbag out to his events.
Yeah, and let some people start hitting it, and then all of a sudden the hype builds.
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, we already got the plan. That's the plan. Okay, so I do want to give away. What I'll do is a 50% off. So the tickets to the Wheel Life Rally are $100. And if you've seen the videos, all day of racing and games. So we're gonna be jousting. We're gonna be doing balancing. We're gonna that balance in the box was so cool. I forgot I had that video, so I was glad I was able to put that out last night. Um, also the jousting and with one wheels as well. We're gonna do the backwards racing. We're gonna all the crazy games that we do on EUC
Yeah.
and on one wheel.
That drag
And
race. Me and Grillo have to run it back.
yeah, yo, Grills is not in here right now, but Grills, yo, that was a challenge. You got to run it back.
Yeah.
It was so close. Hold up, I think Nicko won though.
Can't
That's
say
gonna
that. Can't restart this.
yo, it's gonna drive him crazy. He's gonna be hitting me up tomorrow. Yo, I saw that live stream. Why you say that?
I won that 100%. You look at
All
it
right,
from this angle.
right, the right angle. I'm gonna put this up behind us now. This is the if you haven't seen this yet, this is the Wheel Life Rally website. You can see we have 85 days, 12 hours, and 13 minutes until the Wheel Life Rally. The countdown is on the website. You can see some photos here. Who's that in midair? Look at that. It's Nicko in midair on the Wheel Life Rally website. And it's Nicko and the guy he beat in a drag race. They're holding. Oh, man, that's so messed up. And for one wheel riders, now it's included in the ORL, the One Wheel Racing League. So your scores from this can be included in the One Wheel Racing League for the year going forward, because their finale for the year will be the same weekend that we're having this event. So they're going to include any one wheel racers that go to our event. You can include your points towards next year, which is a big thing. And you got the jerseys. We got all the passes that you need. Oh, and there's hats too. I got hats coming in. I only ordered 20 hats, so I got to put them up and see who wants to buy those. But the hats they look
Where are
really
the hats
cool.
at?
And they're
They
not
do a
up here.
pre-order?
Yeah, you can. You got dibs. I'll make sure you get one. Yeah, there's because the producer, the guy who's doing it, is in Pakistan. And with the fighting and war that's going on there right now, he let me know that it was going to be on hold. And I was like, wow. So then he hit me back and he said, okay, there's a ceasefire. I can ship out your hats. So I'm not going to be able to get any more hats for the time being. And I only ordered 20 hats because I wanted to make sure I liked the way they looked first. So,
Yeah.
There's only going to be 20 of them, but it'll be the Wheel Life Rally logo on a hat. On a black snapback, which I like, so it's good. Anyway, I'm gonna give away one right now. Give away a half price ticket. So if you're planning on coming to the Wheel Life Rally, or you're thinking about coming to, even if you're not, you want to help out here. this will be your opportunity. You can, get a half price ticket and sponsor someone who wants to go, who can't, because if you can't go. So anyway, the Wheel Life Rally, I really would appreciate you guys helping out because something went wrong in the middle here. I gotta go fix that on the website. This is definitely the the biggest and the only racing in this area. Like, and to be able to do it at the WIC 338, which is a world renowned dirt bike track, to have the owners of that dirt bike track be so invested in us doing well and having fun. He really wants this to be the biggest event it can be. He's just such a great guy. Rick from the WIC, shouts out to Rick. Um, I really would like you guys to come and experience the fun that we have here. It is so much fun. But if you same thing, number 1 through 30, 50% off the all access pass to the Wheel Life Rally. Giving away one right now. So 1 through 30, especially if you're in the area and you know you're gonna go, guess a number 1 through 30, and we'll hit the wheel again and pull that back up. And Nicko, what would you say was your favorite part of the Wheel Life Rally last year? Let me ask you that.
I think the woods track. That was
Yeah.
such a fun course.
Yep.
Just all the tracks, the diversity, I think was my favorite part. From the
Going
flat
down
to
that
the
hill through the
obstacles.
tunnel.
Yep, very unique. It was like a slip and slide going through the tunnel.
Yep. Yeah. And it was because I like it because the challenges of this track, these tracks that we have here, is not just the opponent. It's not just you and the wheel. You got to beat the track,
Yep,
not just your opponent. And I'm
it's
like,
such a unique track.
yeah, it's crazy, and I love the fact that it's so difficult, and it's like I call it the equalizer because all people come
Hmm.
here and think they're hot shit, but this track is an equalizer. These tracks make you work more than you will most other off road places. So I this year
Definitely.
I want to have more jumps though. This year I want to build
Let's
some
do
more
it.
jumps, and because I like having those obstacles. Because remember the last minute position change we had with that jump, using
Hmm.
your jump that you built.
Yeah,
Because
that was a good show at the
yeah,
end there.
yeah, because he jumped and then this guy went around him. I was like, no way! Like I couldn't even believe it at the finish line. It was crazy. Um, oh, you know what? I think I have a clip from the that race um in the Google Drive. I could probably show. Let me see if I can. I'll go back here. Let me go back here for a minute. I'll pull that
RNMA
race
is
up.
asking to see the cat.
The cat.
Yeah, it was on my lap earlier.
Okay, so we got some numbers 16, 11, blah, 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 blah. All right, good, good, good. A couple more numbers. I'll wait for a couple more numbers and then we'll do it. Um, oh, that was
This
Ruben.
is
Go ahead. Introduce.
this is Puma with half an ear total, as Ash likes to say. This ear's completely chopped off. This one was like half chopped off.
Oh
We
my
adopted him a
goodness.
few months ago.
Wow.
Uh,
Was he a stray or did you adopt him from
his
a
background
place?
is unknown. He was transferred from another shelter.
Oh
The shelter
wow.
didn't know anything about him. Yeah.
Wow.
And Ash just fell in love and snuggles him
Oh.
every night.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait, so you got him recently you said. So I
Yeah.
remember in um all the animals in China there was a whole lot of oh. So now there's a cat in the house. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we got a few numbers here. I'm gonna hit and see if anyone is going to be a winner. Let me go back here. Hit it. It's let me put it on screen. That took the longest time for it to stop. Okay, let's see. I don't think I saw number one. Hold on. Nope, did not. So we're gonna do it again. Now I think I need less numbers. I got too many numbers. Okay, let's see. Nope, don't think I saw a 9 either. Hold on. No, 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 no. A lot of numbers, but not that. 3 times the charm. 3 times the charm. Oh, I see a 3. 22. 22. Ruben. Ruben. Okay, let me make sure nobody got 22 before Ruben. Nope. No. Ruben, you're the winner. Half price on your ticket, buddy. And I knew you were going to be there to support anyway, so definitely glad that you won. Shouts out to Ruben, my man. Yeah. So what you said about that off-road, oh, by the way, in case you guys didn't see that, I put up that Ruben was the one who got passed by Ian at the end of that race. That's who it was. I couldn't remember who it was. I knew it was Ian that did the passing, but it was Ruben. And Ruben had him in that last second. He jumped in the air on hit your jump, and Ian went right around him. I was like, wow, that was a photo finish for real. I'll always remember that finish because I was standing right there when it happened. I was like, oh, I lost my mind when that happened. I couldn't believe it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Devo was the closest, he said. Yeah. That with the other number. Devo, you actually had the same number as Ruben, but he had it first, or you would have won. Oh yeah, definitely. Devo, shouts out to you, man. Devo's always coming through. Appreciate you. Every live stream on all the channels, I always see Devo jumping in. Shouts out to Devo. Spartacus, you two, and Dale, you two. There's a group of you that are always in there, and I appreciate you guys supporting everybody that jumps on live because it's a lot of work to put this together and to get this done, and to see you guys coming in faithfully, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I was just watching Ian. Ian is the one that gave me that video. He put it in the shared file. Oh, not starred. Let me see if I can find it again because I was happy to see that because he was wearing a GoPro, I think. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. Let me back it up. All right, so here's a snippet, guys, of one of the races, and I think this is the one. Because that's Ruben, I think, right there, right? Oh, can you see that, Nicko? You have to have.
I'm waiting for it to load on the stream.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's Ruben in front of him.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm like Ruben and Ian, okay, and then you come out of nowhere. I was like, wait a minute, there's Nicko. They're blasted. So this is just one of the tracks that we were talking about. For those of you who haven't been to the Wheel Life Rally, going through the woods. There's Nicko. Nicko makes his appearance there. He blasts by Ian, and then in a minute he blasts by Ruben as well. And then the fight is on to try and keep. Oh, as a matter of fact, I like this little wobble area here where you almost lost it, Nicko. I was like, oh shit, Nicko almost went off the track. Right as we hit this turn, that tight turn, and then you pass him and the wobble. Jump. I was like, oh shit, that was almost it. But you held it together.
It was a close race.
Yeah, and then you pass him back. I was like, okay. And Ruben was like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
Oh.
Yeah, I love this race. You guys were real close. And then, as a matter of fact, I think this is the first lap, though. Here, I'm gonna skip through to the last one because I want to see that finish. All right, so here's the next, getting close to the end of the race, and they're still in the same configuration, but you're way up there. And look at these two, second and third place fight, and this little jump faces it, and he goes zoof, and passes him at the finish line, boy. Woo!
I'm
That
waiting
was
for it to load.
crazy.
Oh, it's coming up. Wow. That was,
Yeah.
I forgot how close that was. That was super close.
Super close,
Wow.
man. That was my favorite right there. I couldn't even believe that happened. I was beside myself. I was like, what? What? I lost my
What just
mind.
happened?
Yeah. Oh, that was wild. So, but Ruben said, yeah, the worst thing about the rally last year was the rain. We got hit with the rain and we
Yeah.
got rained out, but we were all in good spirits, and then we can, and luckily it came at the end, which was great. I was happy for that. Because it could have ruined a lot more, but it didn't. Devo said Nicko has to be checked for steroids. And Ruben said it was hard to lean lap 3. Yeah. By the time
It
you're
tires
doing
you
all that
out.
leaning, it looked like you had to do a lot of leaning on that. What was he? He was riding the Extreme. Ruben,
Yeah.
it seems like you were like it looked like it was hard for you to push that Extreme. And Nicko, it seemed effortless rather for you to push on that Lynx. Like I feel
That's
like
how you
you
set
were,
up the wheel.
yeah. If however you had it set up, I feel like it's I see you getting speed so quickly and so easily, like it seems effortlessly. And then at the end, like you blew, like you took off, like they had you the entire time. They're right behind you, and then all of a sudden, you could see at the end of the race how far ahead you were. And you said it's due to how you had did you have the same pads back then?
I had the original bio pads back then,
Yeah.
and those helped a ton on the acceleration. I was super locked in, and then I wasn't leaning a lot because as soon as I put any pressure forward, my legs are pushing against it.
Yeah.
Every bit of leaning goes straight into acceleration rather than getting your weight forward.
Yeah. See,
I
so
don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
pull the pads back so you touch them earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it was for me racing when I did race, and I'm like, but I know what he's saying. Like when you have to lean that hard and you get to that third lap, you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
That's a lot of
Pulling
work.
the wheel left, right,
Yeah.
back and forth,
Yeah.
like
That's a
10 minutes
lot of
straight.
work. Yeah.
Yep.
But it was great to watch. You guys put on a fantastic show. I enjoyed watching you guys race, and I look forward to doing it again this year because, it's just fun, beyond fun. So I look forward to seeing what you do this year on your
Are
X-Way.
you going to be racing this year?
No, I'm not gonna race this year
uh.
either. It's too much work for me to try and arrange stuff and race. I did it 1 year. I did both, and I was like, I can't. I just can't. It's too much work. I end up running around. I'm worried the whole time that, oh, is this gonna be ready? Is that ready? Okay, well now we got to do this. Now we got. It's way too much going through your head. You can't really focus on racing.
Can you just put yourself into one of the races and not do any of the others, just so you're part of it?
I want to. I got an X-Way.
Just sneak
I
off
might.
for one race.
I got an X-Way.
Come on, you got it. Sneak
I
off.
would like to, because when I'm riding the tracks and practicing, it hits me again. I'm like, man, I love this, But I remember the last time I raced was on a V11 in those woods, and I hit a sand patch and spun out and lost it.
Ooh.
Got back on the wheel real quick, but Jeremy got ahead of me. He was too far ahead. I couldn't close the gap. Not on a V11. It just didn't have the power to close the gap, and I never could catch him. So he did another lap, and I still couldn't catch him, and I was like, forget it. And I took second, but, I would like to. It's a thought. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll get you out there.
I'm going to try not to rule out anything, but because I do have a little help this year, a couple more people that are going to be helping me. I'm going to try and let them help. I know, guys, I said I would. I'm going to try to let you help and not do everything. So that's the plan. Well, Nicko, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you being here. Is there anything you want to share that you haven't had an opportunity to share? You shared your pad setup. You shared your wheels. You shared your change and your plans upcoming. Is there anything that you've done or you plan on doing that you want to share?
Not really. I think we've gone about just all of it.
Okay. Well,
No.
I think that, and you told me, which surprised me, that you didn't want any. There was no new wheel on the horizon. But I guess I can't really say I'm surprised because the X-Way you just got two of them.
It
So I mean,
it
like,
just came out.
yeah, yeah. You're like I like it so much. I got two. Like, oh, Ruben just said something. The enduro race. I am very, very curious to see that enduro race. Yeah, your door opened. I am very curious to
Yeah.
see that enduro race. What, like, I don't know what exactly they mean by enduro race. Like, how far the distance is gonna be. Like, what's it gonna entail? So I'm curious to see what Bigode comes up with for their enduro race in Malaysia. It should be interesting.
Mm.
So
Yeah, that enduro race last year was crazy.
yeah,
Like the final race with the
the
5
final race.
laps.
Yeah, but that
It,
I
it,
don't.
it felt like an enduro. Oh, but they announced another enduro, like an
Yeah,
actual.
yeah.
That might make it worth it to go there. Just to do a long, long race.
Yeah. Ricardo said Black Cobra will be testing out the pedals of his X-Way on your new airbag, Nicko.
Let's do it. I can bring
Yo,
it up there.
Ricardo, you stupid. why, why you trying to goad me into that? You was.
Hey Cobra. So this new airbag I got, it came with a bridge that
Mhm.
goes to the back of the ramp onto the airbag, so you can roll it to get a feel for it. And it goes
uh,
faster and faster every time until you get the right speed down.
I. Uh, anyway.
You can roll it, and you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to do it, but you can try. You don't have to even get air. Come down to any of the events in North Carolina. I'll be there with the airbag.
Oh boy. Oh, I, I'm not gonna say nothing. We'll see. We'll see. One and only said, Cobra, did you get that EUC crazy seat for your L? And how you like it, liking it, the looks. Yo, I love the way it looks. I love the way it rides. It feels great. It's the best seat I've ever had. So,
What
and
seat
that's
is
saying a
that?
lot. Have you seen it yet,
What seat
Nicko?
is that? No,
The EUC
I have
crazy
not.
seat. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, let me pull up a photo. I can pull up a photo. Yes, I love. Oh, look, that's funny. As soon as I pull up the pictures, that's the photo that's there. um, yeah. So give it a second, and it'll pop up on your on the stream. But this is the EUC crazy seat with the Clark Bio
Okay.
pads and the E-Rides pedals on my Sherman L. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
that does
baby.
look nice.
Oh yeah, that seat is
Oh, okay.
cushy. And when you got
Uh-huh.
suspension like the Sherman L,
Damn.
woo, long distance, crazy ride. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So,
I'll
Greenmaster
have to
Mike
try
said,
it out whenever you come down.
"Yeah, yeah." Greenmaster Mike said, "Race Cobra, just do it, man. Just do it."
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, easier said than done. Anyway, I love that seat, love that wheel. All right, man. You're munching over there, and you got me thinking of food now
Mm-hmm.
too. Is that
Yeah,
what
she
you?
just brought me some snacks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and he said hi to Ash, and he said hi, Ash. Bye, Ash. He saw her on the
No,
stream. No, when she
she's
was
out of
there.
here now.
No, no, no. He said that when she was there. I just didn't
Yeah,
see it fast enough. Yeah. So thanks everybody. Thanks Greenmaster Mike for jumping in, Ruben for jumping in, everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for coming in, and Nicko. Thanks for taking the time. I know you worked hard today. You guys see Nicko over there yawning. That's because he was working hard. He got off work, and as soon as he got off work, he called me, and we started talking and trying to get this together. So I appreciate you taking your time out of your schedule.
thank you for having me.
Yeah. And thanks, man, for continuing to do stuff for the community. Trying to teach people to jump and trying to teach people, all your skills is the kind of thing we got to continue to do. Because, there's a lot of people out there that can
Absolutely.
yeah, they can use what we have as far as the skills to ride, and it helps people, so many people. Uh, and I know it. The ones that don't know yet haven't ridden yet, but I'm telling you, anybody that rides will tell you how freeing it is, how exhilarating it is, but how therapeutic it is. And it is something. Hi, Ash.
Hi, Ash. Saying hi.
Hi.
Hi, Cobra.
How you doing?
I'm good. I look like crap. I'm about to take a shower.
Well, I'm glad that you're practicing safe sex.
I forgot I was wearing the party. Somebody said hi, Ash. Bye, Ash. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we noticed everything. We noticed everything.
Sorry, coming was out. I hope no one notices that.
That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, does that say?
Bright red letter.
Well, the first word I noticed was sex because, we're guys. That's the first. You see it, you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I read the rest. I'm like, uh-oh. So, anyway, that's a great laugh to go out on. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Caleb, hit me up. Don't forget to hit me up. And wait, who won again? Let me write down your name.
RNMA 100.
Yeah,
same one who said hi, Ash. Bye, Ash.
Then I'll completely forget who it was that won. All right, so I got him. Don't forget to hit me up. And Ruben won. So we got Ruben. And yeah, so thanks again, man. And tell Ash thanks for the laugh. She made me super happy with that. That was perfect timing. And I'll talk to you soon, man. Maybe I'll see you down in Carolina. It might happen. It may
Come on
happen.
down.
Yeah. If not, I'll maybe in Jersey, somewhere. We'll see each other somewhere, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
And if not, I'll see you at the rally.
Yes. All right. See you around,
all right, man.
Cobra.
Have a good night, man. Shouts out
You
to
as
everybody else. You guys have a good night as well, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, deuces, and we're out.